Good evening, everyone. Today's class, we are going to see about the processing steps involved in VLSI technology. Last class, we discussed about VLSI technology, the essential branches provided in this as MOSFET and BJT. MOSFET is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, and BJT as bipolar junction transistor. Out of these two, BJT is the conventional methodology, MOSFET is the new trend. So today's class, we are going to see about the BJT processing steps. So what is the need for studying this processing steps here? What is the need of it means? It's need to realize that BJT technology, how we are forming that BJT device here. So based on what processing steps we need to follow to develop a BJT technology. So the processing steps involved in this BJT technology as classified into various processing steps. The first one is crystal growth, oxidation, following which oxidation, photolithography, diffusion, epitaxial process, ion implantation, and also metallization. The first processing step as crystal growth, in which we'll start with silicon substrate in a wafer form. It's about a few hundred micro thick. So this wafer grow an oxide on the entire surface. So silicon is very easy to oxidize. So you can easily get that silicon dioxide. So we can form silicon dioxide in an easy masking property. That silicon dioxide not only that have that masking property as well, it included with dielectric property, insulating property. Okay. In the silicon BJT, we start with P-type single crystal substrate. The orientation of single crystal substrate, silicon, the third group element, must be doped with boron in order to make it a P-type. Therefore, the doped will be come to the P substrate to create a substrate for this device. The amount of boron in silicon must be very carefully controlled. The resistivity of the single crystal silicon. So we have already identified the first processing in VLSI. Silicon, the nature of silicon is, if we rise the temperature, keep the silicon in an ambient. So it have great affinity for oxygen. So it will form SiO2 is an excellent insulating dielectric material. In that way, we are grown the substrate, the crystal growth has been happened in a mass device. Okay. Let me move on to the second processing step as oxidation. Here, the entire silicon substrate covered with oxide layer. Once it has been covered with this oxide layer, so that we can get SiO2. You want to selectively dope the silicon substrate so that formation will be occupy the entire substrate. Here you have to keep oxide in some region and remove oxide from some region. That's what that SiO2 will support for the masking process. So what is mean by masking process here? Whenever we want to have the soft layer of this, implantation, the doping level, we can avail it. If we don't want anything, then we can able to easily remove it. So that is the concept of, that is the speciality of the SiO2 masking property. Okay. Next, wherever the oxide is present, it will act as mask against doping. So this portion will not get doped. The other region from where we have removed, it will get doped and subjective to doping. Wherever the oxide is present, it will act as a mask against doping. So these portion will not get doped. The other region from where we have removed, it will get doped subjective to doping. This selective removal of oxide is done by a technique is called photolithography. Okay. So this is the third step. So what we are doing in this photolithography, we cover the entire surface of the oxidized silicon with photosensitive material called photoresist. The photoresist on the entire substrate. Then you bring this photoresist in contact with the mask. It's a glass plate etched in it. Subject it in particular radiation, that is UV rays. The photoresist will exposed with UV light radiation. It become easy to remove the particular portion. It remove the photoresist for the remaining portion. So this is the concept of photolithography. Next, we'll move on to this fourth processing step as diffusion. What it is? Diffusion means dope through the window, dope to the region where the oxide is not present, and we usually do diffusion N positive layer diffusion. N positive means what? It's a heavily doped N region. This is done by diffusion process. This is incidentally called buried layer diffusion. So the N positive region available within this MOS transistor is called incidentally buried layer diffusion. Next, we will move into this epitaxial process. What does mean by epitaxy? Epitaxy means arrange upon. Arrange upon. That means what? Above. Arrange upon, above. You are going to grow another single crystal layer on the top of the substrate. This is called epitaxy. It's much thinner layer compared to the original bulk substrate. Okay, so based on that, the doping level is defined. So the epitaxy means we are going to form a thinner layer above the bulk substrate. So what we have to do? Grow N layer, grow top of the substrate, diffused above N positive layer buried underneath to the epitaxial layer. A thin N epitaxial layer is going to be the collector of the NPN transistor. So the buried layer will be considered as a portion of a collector. Okay. And the N positive buried layer diffusion is done in order to reduce the collector resistance. So that is the property of this. The purpose of having the growing of this N layer above the N positive or the substrate, above the substrate. Okay. The next processing step as ion implantation. It is a low temperature process by which ions of one element are oscillated into a solid target. Okay. So that is an implantation of the ions. You can implant a p-type material or n-type material during the processing steps. The next and the last processing step as metallization. Metallization is a process by which the components of the ICs are interconnected by aluminum conductor. So the process by which the components of ICs are interconnected by a aluminum conductor. This process products a thin film metal layer that will serve as a required conductor pattern for the interconnections of the various components of the chip. So this lead will help us to connect the external world from the particular chip to the external world. Through this metallization process, we can communicate from the mask device. Okay, so that is what we need to do this, finish with this process of metallization. Thank you.